So yesterday morning, Emily and I woke up in Lyons, New York, and we were wanting to go to Seneca Falls, New York. Making that trip requires that you go through Clyde, New York. You'll go through the Montezuma Wildlife Refuge, and eventually make your way down the Cayuga-Seneca Canal into Seneca Falls. The reason we were hesitant to do this is because the weather was forecasting some really bad weather. But ultimately, it was early, the weather was nice, and so we went ahead and took off. It's kind of overcast today, but we decided it still feels nice. It's like 70 degrees, so it feels terrific, so we're just going to go ahead and make a move. Started off as kind of a gloomy, gray, overcast morning, is starting to look up. It's looking like this may burn off. We may actually get a nice day out of this. When you consider it was originally supposed to rain, I'll take it. So we are here in Clyde, and Clyde kind of has a reputation for a lot of train noise. And believe it or not, we did not time this, but here comes a train, and it does that quite a bit. So we've decided we're not going to stay in Clyde because we were here once a few weeks ago, and there's a lot of trains through the night. And I'm sure the people here are just used to it, but I'm not. So we're going to go ahead and try to get to Seneca Falls today. And if we don't, we'll use our brand spanking new house batteries and sleep out on a primitive dock somewhere at a lock or whatever. But we should be able to get there. It's only about another 3 hours or so away. So after going to the restroom, and Emily grabbed a book out of the book swap. Most of the stops along the way have book swaps. She takes advantage of that. So she got a book, and now we're back down the canal. So far up to this point, weather was holding out for us. We kind of took a gamble by leaving because we were worried. It was supposed to rain all day. But up to this point, still no rain. And we cruised on down the Lock 26. About halfway between 25 and 26, you enter what's called the Montezuma Wildlife Refuge. And there's all kinds of, wildlife. That's what they have in a wildlife refuge. So wildlife was there. We saw, or I saw anyway, I guess we both saw an osprey nest, which is, their nests are gigantic. There's an osprey nest at the top of that thing. It's a very big nest. Anyway, we got to Lock 26, and the weather looked like it was not going to hold out much longer for us, so we stopped under a bridge and put up the remainder of our bimini, and just in the nick of time as it started raining while we were putting it up. And we were really glad we had that. As soon as it stopped raining, it didn't rain for maybe 10 minutes or so, and we waited it out. But once it stopped raining, we went on through the lock. After the lock, we came to what's called Erie Canal Junction, and that's where the Cayuga-Seneca Canal comes into the Erie Canal. So we had to turn and go south, and it was a little confusing there because we're not very smart. The guy told us exactly what to do. We still managed to get confused, so we just went really slow in case we were in the wrong place, but it turned out we were in the right place. eventually we come to, what was after that? That would have been lock CS1. So now the locks are called CS for Cayuga-Seneca 1. So the first one, we get through that one, once again, without any problems that I can recall. And when it opens, you were at the most northern tip of Cayuga Lake. So you open it up and there's like, you can see this, huge lake there, but you're just at the very top of the lake and you're only there for, I don't know, 5 minutes maybe. And you just kind of cruise right back around into another canal, which is the continuation of the Cayuga-Seneca Canal. So this is CS2 and 3. So we just went up in this lock, and now this door here is going to open, and we will go into another lock and go up even more before we get released out on the other side. There it goes. So now we're going to open up the other end of this. We're going to leave the lock we're in and go into the next lock. So here we are. Made it all the way to the top. We went up 50 feet. So about 30 minutes ago we were 50 feet lower than we are now. And I'm looking forward to getting over there and getting tied up so I don't have to be in the rain anymore. But thank God we put up this bimini. And Emily's got that umbrella up there. Oh, we'd really be soaked. So, could have been worse.
We're coming into Seneca Falls. It's been raining quite a bit. Still lots of clouds, more rain coming.